Hello YouTube, this is Judson Game 44 here, and today we are here to review a special two-parter episode, and also the season finale of Dragon 9 Realms. It's called Follow the Lightning, as you all see here. Now, I got to be honest, this episode was interesting, and it pretty much sums up what Season 2 was about. So, let's pretty much begin here. This episode is basically about Thunder disappearing, and everyone is trying to find out what happens. There is this weird joke that Tom does with his dragons, where basically, since there's no dragon here, he has to ride on the others, where basically he first starts with Alex, and then later he goes on D'Angelo, and then he gets to Uin Wei, which, honestly, the two-headed dragon makes sense. I get the point they were trying to make some jokes here, or some reason, like, he wanted to stay next to Alex where he could see the tracker device, because the saddles do have tracker devices. That was explained in Season 3 with the whole feathers of the undead dragons. But also, not only that, we also get some other information about this. Really, during this episode, Thunder is trying to look for his family, and he's really missing them. So he's trying to find them. That's what we do eventually learn. Now, they go in deeper into what they are in the Crystal Realm, but they eventually discover a new entrance in, where basically this entrance takes them to a way more darker and scary place, which I would basically call it Helheim of the world of the undead, because that's what it reminds me of. We get the bubbler popper horns again, and also there's this brand new lightning dragon. Now, I know it's from Race to the Edge, and I know, basically a lot of people brought that up very quickly when I saw all the reviews when this season first came out. And I do notice there is a difference between it and the other. The one is more sharper and more really shinier, metaler. Here, it doesn't really look like that. It looks more older, and honestly, in my opinion, that's what I can say. More like rusty, gray silver, where it doesn't have its unique. That's just my own opinion. But apparently, this dragon has also some new abilities, which I do find it cool with its entrance. But a lot of people also complain because the dragon does not have the ability to control wind, or not able to create a big fiery tornado, which, true. But I did find its entrance to be very cool. I guess they thought the dragon was very cool looking, so they decided to use it. Now, nonetheless, what happens here is that D'Angelo and everyone else is getting more worried because they might be getting in trouble, as well they really need to get back home. As well, really, Tom is determined to keep going, but everyone wants to know what happens. Eventually, Tom admits the truth. He reveals the whole entire story about the helmet. From Downpour. You basically remember, and June finds out, and everyone's mad at him for hiding the whole entire secret of the helmet. I am not going to lie to you guys, but honestly, there's a question here. Why did Tom want to hide it? Why did he only tell June? And most importantly, really, what was the point of it? I mean, it had something to do with the Fault Ripper. Like, I will be honest here, this one was interesting, but the reason why Tom wanted to keep it a secret made no sense. There was no explanation. Like, he said he wasn't ready to reveal it, but really made no sense. Now, in this whole entire two-parter, they eventually discover where Thunder was. He was injured and hurt, and turns out he was fighting another big dragon, and they were all still going. And as it turns out, Dragon the Nine Realms decides to go into this humongous big silver cave, where everything's made out of some type of silver that controls lightning, absorbs it. And what do they find? A Skrill. A Skrill dragon. Yeah, I remember this dragon from what Dagger wanted. He really wanted that whole entire dragon to himself in Season 2. And I mean, dang, it was over 10 years ago. When am I getting so old? Now, nonetheless, this was definitely an interesting idea. I know a lot of people were mad with this because it's way more bigger and doesn't look anything like a Titanwing. And some people are saying it's probably the same one, but it could not be because it probably frozen, or it could have did this. Personally, I really don't care about bringing the old dragons back from the show, because let's be honest here, How to Train Your Dragon has so many kinds of dragons But yet, honestly, I don't expect Dragon Nine Realms to just remake and recreate so many new kinds of dragons since they already have a whole entire long list. I do agree they should create new dragons, but not where they have to do for every single one and not bring back some of the originals either. In this case, the Skrill is okay. I do think they should have done a different type of dragon, though, when it came to that whole entire lighting one. That was like the guardian of that place, with I don't know why it was attacking them. They were probably adding a concept. But nonetheless, despite everything, everyone is willing to still help Tom despite him hiding the helmet, and they keep bringing it up, which gets annoying quickly. Now, nonetheless, with this, we finally meet the Skrill with, that whole entire drama. The reason why I'm bringing that whole entire mention up is because, yeah, they keep bringing up the whole entire, we still help you when we're your friends, even though you keep bringing a helmet before they find the Skrill, which does kind of get annoying. Now, the Skrill is angry. Thunder wants to attack it for some reason. I think it has something to do with Thunder's family. Which, in all honesty, if you have seen Season 4, you know what happens. But I think this dragon was supposed to serve more of a purpose, but we don't know what happens to it afterwards. But let me explain. Basically, the dragon starts attacking them, and they're basically in this humongous big maze. Now, in all honesty, a lot of people complain because they could have fly up, which, yeah, true. That is actually true, really. But Tom eventually finds himself his own sword in the whole entire mess, which, dang, not bad. Okay, the reason why I'm bringing this up here is because, like I said, with the whole entire feather undead dragons, June found herself a crystal weapon that she used as a shield, and Tom found himself a silver sword. And dang, it's amazing. And they use the power to absorb the Skrill's lightning, and they pass it through, and Tom passes it through into thunder, and together they form a big, powerful lightning blast, which, in all honesty, really was not a bad idea. And then they release it all right back at the Skrill, opening up a new hole into the Fire Realm. Now, after that, they discover the Fire Realm, and they discover there's actually a carving in the rocks where basically it has also the thunders, what do you call that scale symbol again? Oh yeah, the Strike Clan symbol. I got to be honest with you, they have realized though they're not the first people to come find this world, and they're going to find out as they gaze into the Fire Realm. Now, yeah, you probably are saying, oh, you skip a big part. Yeah, we know about Gene. Gene, or Eugene. I call him Gene, though. Now, here's the thing. Throughout this episode, not only we were going with Hunter, D'Angelo and everything, June, Tom, but we were seeing what Eugene was doing finally. He was trying to find out where June was, and yet he couldn't find it, and he was trying to discover the secret of what she was hiding. He goes around to all the parents and asks, but none of them know, and they can clearly see who he really is, even though his own mother can't. Nonetheless, he eventually discovers the dragon secret, but basically doesn't believe it and think it's lame. Not that much happens until season 3 with it, but yeah, really I was like kind of disappointed. But when season 3 came along, I was like, okay, good, they did not just make like a joke at the end. But really, we'll get more into that later. Now, in all honesty, what were my full thoughts of season 3? Well, no, not season 3, sorry, 2. Really, truth is, now after watching this episode, it was good, although there could have been more to it, like, I'd say exploring. But there was a big problem with this season, I have noticed, that I didn't realize it before. Truth is, when you think about it, season 2 is more like the representation of how the team will be a team. Like, who should be leader, like in the episode with Hunter, the Magma Breather. That episode was basically where D'Angelo was trying to be leader, but yet really was not good at it. And pretty much Entangle Web. Really, Tom and D'Angelo proven not to be a good leader if they can't put their emotions aside to do what they need to do in the hidden world when they're in the case of emerging. Because as they were busy arguing, Tom and pretty much June and Alex were in danger so much. Not only that, really, it's like testing out the team. Like, Alex needs to actually prove herself bravery and everything. This season is what I did kind of expect, though, what season 1 should have also have, where the Dragon Riders are not only just meeting and fighting their own dragon, but adventuring into the hidden world. And as for Buzzsaw, I will admit that whole entire plot I was talking about, reason why I didn't make that video longer was because I didn't really find that much to talk about, but there were a few different ideas I could have seen they could have done with it. Honestly, Season 2 is alright, but I gotta be honest, I think Season 1 was better because simply, it was supposed to be the starting up season, but Season 2 failed in a way, where basically, it really wanted to immediately rush where all the characters have problems and issues and need to really fix it all right away at the same time, where in a way, it's supposed to be a test, where the Dragon Riders, can they really stay as a club and a team? And well, at the end of the day, yes, but it really went too fast, in my opinion. Like, D'Angelo's with his father, problem about Tom, and all that. Along with just everything else. The secret almost being exposed because Tom was thinking about, yeah, maybe I should actually tell my mom if she really does trust me. She probably would understand. But really, you kind of get the point there. Everything here was a bit rushed, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I really was not a big fan of Season 2. Season 3, on the other hand, I did actually like, and I am looking forward to review that. But until then, this is Judson Game 44, signing out. Until then, I will see you later. Bye!